Good morning. Is it on? Okay. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning. My office is closed due to inclement weather. So I figured, I'm going to make my wife some breakfast. And by demand by you guys, the next request was crepes. So today I'm going to be making strawberry and apple pie crepes. From homemade crepes. From ingredients that you probably already have at home. Check this out, guys. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so what I have here, I have the cast iron skillet preheating at medium-high heat. That's the other pan for where I'm going to make the apple pie filling. And so let's get down right to it, guys. We're going to put in 1 cup of flour. 1 cup of flour in. 2 eggs. Hiya. One-handed method. Hiya. One-handed method. Oh yeah. You want to mix this together. Mix. Mix the flour and the eggs together. Just until it's kind of well incorporated. So what I have here again is 1 cup flour and 2 eggs. A little spin move. I'm just kidding. It's because the dough's getting stuck. But you get the concept, right? Okay, so when it's kind of all mixed in like that, at this point you want to add 1/2 cup of milk, just like that, and a 1/2 cup of water. So mix that in. Okay, guys, so you want to mix the batter until it's smooth, and then throw in 2 tablespoons of butter, melted butter, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, just like that, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, just like that. You want to keep mixing this until smooth. Mix to combine. Make sure that your batter is well incorporated and smooth. You want to avoid it being lumpy like this, like pancakes. My last video I mentioned that your pancake batter may want to be a little lumpy. Well, that's because we want that to be a little fluffy. These are crepes. We don't want any lumps, no bumps. We just want it thin and smooth. So just keep mixing like that. And while this was going, I had this at medium-high heat, the cast iron skillet. So actually what you want to do is if you have some kind of like a non-stick cooking spray, you just might want to lightly oil your pan. Lightly, just a spray or 2 there, or 3 or 4. So while that's going, we just want to make sure that your batter's all nice and incorporated. Looks like our batter is ready to go, guys. So now it's ready to be poured over the cast iron skillet. Okay, guys, this is where it gets a little tricky. You want to get a ladle, something like this. Metal would be preferable, but whatever you have works. But you do need a ladle. This is almost essential. This is how you're gonna pour. This is how we're gonna scoop it, pour, and once we pour kind of in the middle, you kind of want to make a big circle to make sure you get the entire pan. So you get we get about a scoop like this. Let's get it closer to the pan. Okay, we want to make sure this is the consistency you want, guys. Just like that. Okay, actually I'm going to turn it down just a little. I'm going to do it to medium. I know I said medium high, but I guess that depends on your stove and like the pan that you use. So it's smoking hot, it's ready to go. So again, get a ladle and just pour it on. See, I already messed up right there, guys. And I think it's because my pan's already too hot. So you just want to circle it around like that and just let it cook. This isn't like pancakes, so you're gonna want to look for. You're not gonna want to see any bubbles or anything like that. Maybe small little bubbles, but you might want to cook it about, I don't know, like 30 seconds per side, 30 to 45 seconds per side, no more than a minute. Really, you just got to look at the edges, you know, make sure that it looks cooked. You know, like when it starts to have that's when it's starting to cook. You just want to go around the edges, make sure, look, if it looks like it's all hardened, now it's time to flip, because this should be a quick process, because you can burn this easily. Flip. There you go. It almost looks like a thin pancake or a small omelet, but this is the first one, guys, so bear with me. Okay, guys, so you're gonna cook that up for about, I don't know, about, you know, another 30 seconds or so. Just make sure that the crepe is fully cooked. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna turn this guy down a little. This guy. Okay, so just kind of pat it down. It's like doing flapjack. It's a feel, you know. You just got to know when it's ready to go. So you do that. When you flip it back over, that's what it should look like. Just basically a really thin pancake. So this is kind of a tester. I'll give this one to Skittles. She loves all my tester foods. You just want to flip it, make sure it's all cooks down, just like that, guys. Just like that. And then just place it on a plate like that. Okay. And actually, I think I may have put too much batter. So this time, I'm gonna get like about half a ladle, or not a full ladle. And I'm going to attempt this. I'm going to attempt this again. So again, pour it on and just slowly, you know, make a big circle. That's a smaller one, but I think that one may come out a little better actually. So again, you just let it cook for about 30 to 45 seconds, no longer than a minute, or until you feel that it's ready, because it's not like pancakes, but it's similar. You just take a look at it, and again, you just take a look at the edges, you know. When it does kind of like that, that's when it's about ready to flip. It's been about 30 to 45 seconds, so now I'm gonna flip it. Just like that. So this is a small one, a small crepe. And this is really hard to just, you know, record and, you know, do the crepes at the same time. So bear with me, guys. Just like that. In the meantime, I'm going to turn on this pan. This is where I'm going to cook the apple pie fillings. I'm going to put it on medium. That one's going to need my full attention. So what I'll cook first, I will probably, after this crepe, I'll probably do one good one where I'm going to put the phone down. And then I'll do the strawberries crepe first. So my wife can have hers first, so it's nice and hot and fresh. Okay, guys, I think I made a pretty nice one actually. So this one will be Tulsi's, my wife's. Again, for the cooking process, you just want to keep an eye on it. You know, just look at the edges and make sure it cooks about 30 seconds to 45 seconds minimum. You know, but you can just kind of tell, you know, I mean, you can just take a look at the color, you know, and you kind of just do that with the edges. If it moves around, it's ready to go. Just kind of get your spatula and flip. Just like that. Just like that. That's perfect. And if it looks a little undercooked on the other side, that's fine, because you can flip it again, you know, flip it back and forth. So what I have some cut up strawberries, fresh strawberries, washed and cut. That'll be the strawberry crepe. And I just realized I have pineapples too, cut up pineapples. So I'm gonna do one pineapple crepe and one strawberry crepe. So again, let's get our spatula, and you know, you just let it cook, you know, moves around and all that. You can, you know, just let it cook, you know. Just keep an eye on it. That's the main thing. Just always keep an eye on it. But the main thing is just to let it cook and just feel for it, you know. I'm gonna flip it again. When it has like that kind of brown color, you know, on both sides, that's when like it's pretty much ready. Okay, guys, crepe is ready to go. Now we're gonna fold it. So we're gonna pour some of this strawberry. It's I learned that I should have gotten like the frozen strawberries, so it has that sauce, but it's fine. Fresh strawberries will work just good. So you kind of want to do that. And you kind of want to fold it in a triangle, you know. It's going to be really tough to do. Oh, I mean, I can do it one-handed, just like that. I mean, you could do it like an omelet. I'm going to do it like an omelet, so it's easier for my hands. In that case, I'm just going to kind of pour just, you know, the rest of strawberry. You know, you kind of want to just fold it just like that. So it literally just looks like an omelet. You know, just like that. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, so what I did, I kind of half made it like a burrito, like on the one end, and then on the other end, just have the strawberries coming out. So now I'm just going to top it off with whipped cream. I'm going to test it out first, so I know, because it's a brand new can. I just want to, okay, it's good. So I'm going to top it off with whipped cream, just like a little gallop like that. And that's how you make your strawberry crepe, guys. Up next is pineapple. Okay, guys, so now next I'm going to do is get some of these pineapple chunks. It's kind of poured in there. Just like that. And you want to retain the juices, because that's the kind of the syrup that you'll use. Yeah, just like that. Get some of that pineapple. I'm going to use all of it because there's only 3 chunks left. Just like that. Then you want to pour some of that juice over. Okay, just like that. Okay, so that's the pineapple. Now I'm going to put the whipped cream. Just like that. And it's ready to go, guys. There's your strawberry and there's your pineapple crepe. Up next is I'm going to show you how to do the apple pie filling. And next will be the apple pie crepe. Okay, so now for the apple pie. I'm going to peel and cut these apples. And then put it in a concoction I'm going to make next here. Okay, guys, now for the most exciting part, the apple pie filling. So you're going to want to start off by putting about 1/3 of a cup, I mean, depending on how much pie filling you're going to make, but for this recipe, about 1/3 of a cup of sugar straight into the pan. You just want to melt the butter. You just want to keep mixing, keep a close eye on it until you get like some, you know, brown looking liquid. So you just want to keep a close eye on it until you get that process. Okay, guys? Okay, guys. I know that I said do a third cup, but actually I found out, well, it looked like it was too little, like the quantity. So I added a little more sugar. So I would put half a cup, and I have this like at medium-high heat. But as you can see, you can kind of see the sugar to liquefy. So you want to break it down all the way so it's all liquid. Then we'll add our butter, 1 tablespoon of butter, and then our apples. Okay, guys, we're almost there. But as you can see, the sugar is pretty much broken down, and you get this nice syrupy liquid from the sugar. So this is what you want. Just about, this is what the consistency that you want. But not too long, okay? So we're gonna add our butter, 1 tablespoon of butter, and we're gonna let that melt down slightly. Science, huh, guys? So just kind of mix that in. This gets really tricky, guys. Could get tricky if you're not careful. Okay. Now that's all incorporated, all mixed in. Make sure you get the butter and the sugar all mixed in. So you can see you kind of get like a thick or thinner kind of consistency of the sugar and the butter concoction. Now it's time to pour the apples. So I washed and cut 2 thin apples. So now I'm just gonna pour it in, just like that. Last one. Come on, little piggy that couldn't go. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so I just wanna turn it down, turn down the heat a little bit, and just kind of wanna, kind of do this, do that. Sorry guys, it's hard to do with one hand. So let me put on pause, and I'll get right back. Okay guys, so you just want to let it cook down, and I just realized this looks a lot like caramel. Now, my occupation is engineer. I'm not a full-time chef, although it looks like it, but this is my first time making apple pie filling, and it looks like caramel. And then when it hardens, like when I pick it up, it hardens. When it cools, it hardens, and it looks just like caramel. I think this is pretty much like caramel. But what you want to do is you want to let it cook down so the apples can, soak in the flavor, just like that. You want to keep it like that. Make sure it's all in there. And this is going to be a great syrup, guys, to go into the crepe. And so you just kind of keep it like that. No! I'll clean that later. So you just kind of want to keep it like that. Keep mixing it in. You just want to let it mix. And just let it cook down, Okay, guys, you cook it down till it gets to like around this consistency. See, it's all bubbling and all that. It looks like the apples are absorbing all the caramelized flavor. You just kind of want to move it around some, just like that. You just want to cook it down until the apples are like softish, Yeah, so it's kind of getting to that point, but still needs, I would say, 2 to 5 minutes, I would say. So I'll just let it cook down 2 to 5 minutes. So just keep an eye on it, but this is kind of what we're wanting to look for. And up to the point where the apples are soft and this syrup is like this consistency. Sorry, you didn't see that. I was focusing on the pan. This consistency is what we're looking for. So it's getting close. It just needs a little bit more time. So we'll let that cook for another 2 to 5 minutes. Okay guys, now our apple pie filling is ready. You can tell by the apples, it's super soft and tender. And you have that liquid consistency of the sauce. So now I have my crepe ready, and now I'm ready to put the apples inside the crepe. So we're literally just going to get some apples. I'm gonna put this right next to the stove, and just pour it on there. Scoop and pour. Scoop and pour. Scoop and pour. Repeat until you have the desired amount of apples pie filling in your crepe. Okay guys, so I rolled it up into like a, just like a crepe, and all the juices spilled out. That's just the that caramel juices. So to top it off, you want to put whipped cream. And there's your apple pie. There's your apple pie crepe. Okay guys, so there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment and subscribe. Comment on what recipe you want to see next. Peace.